Alright guys, welcome back to Everything Wrong with YuGiOh. Today we're doing episodes 9 and 10. It's a two-parter. Buckle in, here we go.
Because this time, he is a ghost.
Stop it, Chemo!
Are y'all on first name basis?
Plus a very cranky ghost just looking for revenge. It's not him.
Why are we even bothering with this charade? Yami correctly calls out it's not him within seconds.
It's time to duel with the Ghoul.
It's time to duel with the Ghoul. Okay, what is this Dr. Seuss rhyming thing? Do we not want these characters to seem menacing? This bodyguard is having way too much fun.
This is extremely entertaining.
This is? Yugi called bullshit on the whole story.
Who is Yugi dueling?
Alright, who is this guard? Did you just walk in here? The other guard already said his name a bunch of times. It seems like some guards are up to date on the plan and some guards are just as clueless as we are. How are you so out of touch with the plan?
Yugi, you look like you've seen a ghost.
I'm not sure what it is, but for some reason the bug and ocean-based puns weren't as annoying as these ghost ghoul ones. Maybe it's because they doubled down on it here, but it feels like 40% of the dialogue is just ghost puns.
I am no longer of this world. And it's all because of you.
Is Yugi supposed to feel bad? Bro, you kidnapped, ripped up his card, and hospitalized his grandpa. All Yugi did was beat you at a card game.
You're nothing but an imposter, so stop the lies and let's start the duel.
Okay, this is like the 4th time Yugi has called this out as being a lie. Why are we continuing with this charade? The one person you're trying to dupe isn't falling for this at all.
You might look like Kaiba, but there is no way you can imitate his deck.
Alright, Yami, you've correctly called out Pegasus for the one pulling the strings behind this whole operation. Pegasus is the creator of Duel monsters. If there's anything Pegasus can do, it's create an exact imitation of Kaiba's deck. That's actually the most doable part of this whole masquerade.
The Hitatsumi giant is how Kaiba began our last duel.
Alright, come on, man. It isn't that crazy he opened up the same. Everyone in the world knew about that match. Pegasus were one of the first ones to know. For all you know, a transcript was sent out play-by-play of that entire duel.
There's a card just like that in my brother's deck.
Bro, this is so common. In the early 2000s, you could find these in any trash can near a card shop.
Just because it's the same card doesn't mean it's the same deck.
No shit. Pegasus has access to every card ever made.
It was time to pay my dues. Never guessed that you'd be dressed in my clothes and in my shoes.
So how are we, the audience, supposed to react to this on our first time watching? Are we supposed to get up and cheer? I know Kaiba is a fan favorite, but that's because of all the stuff that comes later. But at this point, he's just an asshole, and he's only really been in one episode. But with this music and the pan-up reveal, I feel like they wanted me to cheer or at least be surprised. I mean, come on, dude. 7-year-old me knew that Kaiba didn't die. He's in the opening doing a bunch of shit we haven't seen yet.
Get him!
If I were you, I'd be concerned. Ain't no way you're going. Bet you did.
Okay, don't bother showing us a flashback if it's gonna be this bullshit. There's obviously no way he could have survived this. Nobody's going, oh, so that's how he did it. Just leave it up to our imaginations. We can come up with better stuff there.
Bet you didn't count on my return.
Bet you didn't count on my return. Bro, you're in the opening credits, a bunch of scenes we haven't seen yet. Yes, literally everyone's expecting your return. So I guess Kaiba just came over here so we could get that pan-up shot because he runs over here and then just goes the other way. Why exactly did you have this Batcave entrance installed? In case you were in this exact situation where your board of directors unanimously turns against you? And how would this entrance be a secret? Did you outsource a team and pay them in cash under the table? There's no way something this elaborate could be built without it having a record of some kind.
Is enough? Gonna take back what you stole.
Give it up, cause now I'm back.
How much security does this already secret underground layer need?
Give it up, cause now I'm back.
Alright, if this layer is so secret that only you know about it, why are there 3 chairs down here? At most, it would be you and possibly Mokuba.
I thought I'd seen it all, but having to break into your own house?
It's too long a story for right now.
Too long a story? Well, maybe I'm not in such a talkative mood myself right now.
I'd find that hard to believe.
Who is this robot, AI, Siri, Alexa type thing? Why does she have this whole sarcastic, fun, sassy personality? Who designed her this way, Kaiba?
While you were off gallivanting, a hostile takeover of Kaiba Corporation has begun. At the same time, Maximilian Pegasus kicked off his Duel Monsters Championship at the Duelist Kingdom. If YuGiOh can be defeated by Pegasus, or a competitor that represents him, then the new Kaiba Corporation board has promised him control of the company.
This computer knows way too much. This is in as much detail as Mokuba gave us earlier. And he was physically in the room. How would this computer have any of this data? Are the Big Five sending out stakeholder emails with all the latest happenings in this potential acquisition?
Yugi is unbeatable.
Bro, you almost beat him. He happened to draw Exodia. If you had drawn your Blue Eyes one turn earlier, he'd have lost. This is like losing to someone in Smash Bros. Where the winner is left with one stock at 150% and then saying that they're unbeatable.
Yeah, well, sometime after you lost to Yugi, he lost Exodia.
You know how some conspiracy theorists say that computers and smart devices are all listening to everything that you say? Well, they're right, and all that info is being dumped into this bitch.
Sometime after you lost to Yugi, he lost Exodia.
No way.
Bro, you tore up a Blue Eyes White Dragon. It is super believable from your standpoint that somebody else would essentially pull the exact same tactic.
Pegasus knows all about the corporation bylaws that require a living Kaiba heir to make any change of control legal. Mokuba's his prisoner, and with you out of the way, it's likely Pegasus will exert all kinds of pressure to make your brother do what he wants.
Bro, what the f*** is this computer? I know we have to get Seto caught up, but you know what would have been more believable? If he had hacked into his own security system and accessed the audio video from the same conference room that Mokuba was listening in on. And then he either prints off a transcript and skims it, or listens back in real time. Yes, it'd still be bullshit, but it'd be way more believable than this.
So now you know. What are we gonna do?
I don't know, you tell me. You quite literally have all the answers.
Only one deck has got that card.
That means what they say. Could it be true?
Bro, Pegasus controls the means of production. He could make another card in seconds.
This really is Kaiba's deck. There's no other explanation.
Why is this the thing that makes you question? I've already said it 100 times. The making of additional cards would be the easiest part of this whole scheme. A real test would be asking him who his home teacher was at school. Checkmate, bitch.
Not having a real body isn't so bad. You would not believe what I save in food bills alone.
Is the joke here supposed to be that someone as rich as Kaiba would never even think about food bills?
It should be a piece of cake to find the field in which Yugi is dueling.
I'm looking. Access denied.
What did you do wrong?
Okay, what did she do wrong? Did you really think it was going to be that easy?
Every computer has a back door if you know where to look. And guess where we're gonna look?
Beats me.
Beats me? Where'd the other chick go? The one with all the answers? Is your sole purpose in life not to do exactly what you're doing? How would you not be aware of Kaiba's go-to method for finding back doors?
I'm sure their backup systems won't have as much security.
Are you saying we can make their computer crash? From here?
Okay, stop. We can't have it both ways. She can't be so smart as to know all the Big Five's plans down to the last detail, but so dumb as to not know this hacking 101 bullshit that Kaiba's talking about.
I've already tried to hack into their systems.
My idea's different. Once the security is down, we should be able to freely access the data. Be ready with a search for the Dark Magician.
As the show progresses, Kaiba literally has zero patience for anyone or anything, including Mokuba. But while under extreme pressure, and with the clock ticking, Kaiba now has ample patience and switches into teacher mode, where he will patiently walk this computer through how to hack a mainframe. This is kind of like Walter White and teaching chemistry. It really makes you wonder if he should just give up duel monsters and just become a hacking teacher.
Search for the Dark Magician. If Yugi's dueling, he's sure to use that card.
Is he? I know he played the Dark Magician against you, but it wasn't notable. I'm surprised you remember anything other than Exodia.
Loading satellite schematics. Booster rocket controls online. Locating orbital coordinate. Breaching onboard computer security. You are now the proud owner of an Industrial Illusions satellite.
Oh wow, I thought this was going to be difficult.
I won't attack just yet. Why rush to victory when I can draw it out as long as possible instead?
Why? This proves even more that you're not the real Kaiba. Why would you make the same mistake twice?
I summon Curse of Dragon on the defense as well.
You played right into my hand. Defense paralysis.
He played right into your hand? This show does this a lot, where one character will often say, "You fell for my trap." But in reality, they aren't falling for anything. What other options did he have here? Leave an attack or switch to defense? It's actually better that he did this so he forces you to use a resource.
So much for your Curse of Dragon.
Yugi!
Okay, did the field shrink or did Blue Eyes grow? How could Kaiba possibly fit a second monster on this field?
No dark magician there. Next field.
We've exhausted almost every possibility of locating Yugimoto.
How is this tech so advanced in some areas and so antiquated in others? This is essentially a Command F type situation, right?
Search field 146.
You got it.
What's that?
Looks like I crashed.
You crashed? How are you still talking?
Reboot.
Back online.
Enter field 146.
I'm frozen again.
Okay, I take back what I said earlier. This might be confirmation that he is the real Kaiba.
It's worse this time.
It's worse than crashing? How? How are you still able to communicate? Can we at least get some static, glitchy sounds so we know you're struggling at least a little bit?
We've come this far already, and I'm not gonna blow it. Actually, yes I am.
What is even happening? If it was going to be as easy as a Dynamite GIF, why are we going through this whole song and dance? Just have the satellite crashing being the thing that gets you in. Why did we spend the extra minutes on this computer crash?
What's that?
It's a virtual fortress. Sensors indicate that all of the data from Yugi's duels is processed here.
Suddenly, computer has all the answers again.
Won't blow your way through this thing. It's the ultimate defense. And it's impossible to penetrate without the password.
How are you suddenly so informed on the securities of the store? She almost sounds like she's the sales rep for this thing.
Password. If I know Pegasus, that egomaniac would never think that anyone would outsmart him and get even this far.
If that's true, then why have all the extra measures of the ultimate defense? It's more likely that he expected someone to get exactly to this point.
Yugi, you gotta admit for a stiff, this Kaiba sure got game.
Do you have any idea what's going on?
Yugi, you know that's not him. Everyone thinks he's a bad guy. But I know my brother, and he's not mean like this.
No, he 100% is. I mean, you're right, that's not him. But bro, if you've been listening, not one person for a second, audience included, thought that that was Kaiba.
If he attacks the right hat, I'll lose more than just this duel. Much more.
Am I missing something? What else will you lose? Because it sounds like the only wager besides the star chips is that the Kaiba bros will lose Kaiba Corp. But how does that affect you? Or why do you care? That dude's been nothing but trouble. Maybe it would actually be a good idea if Pegasus acquired Kaiba Corp. Even if you lost your starships, Joey's got enough to share and keep you on the island. So really the only thing on the line is Kaiba's stupid company. Maybe we should have spent a little bit more time on the stakes affecting our heroes and a little less time on computer rebooting.
I think the part you'll find most interesting is the name of Yugi's opponent.
What? Is this your idea of a joke?
Is this her idea of a joke? Didn't you program her? Did you give her a sense of humor?
Yugi defeated the first one using a combination of the Dark Magician and Magical Hack.
But without Exodia, Yugi can't win. He has no other cards left in his deck that can beat the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Bro, didn't you just hear the computer? Yugi beat one of them with Dark Magician and Magical Hats. He can figure something out. And besides that, one of them is already in the graveyard, and everybody on the island has a copy of Monster Reborn. He's gonna be fine.
I hope you have a plan.
Yugi will lose on the next attack from the Blue Eyes White Dragon, unless we decrease its power from here.
Can we do that?
Can we do that? You just hijacked and crashed a satellite about 30 seconds ago. You penetrated what you described as the ultimate computer defense. Now you're questioning your ability to lower the attack of a Duel Monsters card?
Yugi! Hang on! Yugi can still win this!
Tristan, dog, I love you. I really do. But you do not know enough about anything to give any sort of opinion. So just zip.
Blue Eyes White Dragon's attack power is beginning to drop.
Okay, so why does it do this whole counting down thing rather than just going straight to zero?
This is Chemo to Pegasus. I hope you're watching, sir, because we got a real problem out here.
Chemo, you literally have zero idea what's going on. For all you know, this is exactly what's supposed to happen.
How did Yugi do that?
How did Yugi do what? Lower the monster's attack points? From your limited perspective, that's all that's happened. And earlier, Yugi lowered Blue Eyes' attack with Spellbinding Circle. So I guess you asked the same question then, and Pegasus just politely explained... And Pegasus just politely explained the card effect to you?
It wasn't Yugi, it was Seto Kaiba.
Why is Kaiba the first thought that came to his mind? I would suspect a glitch in the system before jumping straight to this.
We've been locked out by a remote terminal. Looks like we've been hacked.
Hey Kaiba, hey Kaiba, hey Kaiba.
So was Pegasus expecting this? When and how did he get these little animated rabbits together? This isn't just like some video asset he has laying around. It's saying Kaiba. Why doesn't Pegasus have a bunch of screens around him informing him that his hack of Kaiba was successful? He's laughing in an empty room, but he has no way of knowing if that worked successfully.
Move in. On my mark. Let's go.
Go! Cover me!
Okay, y'all are just trying to apprehend an unarmed Kaiba. He doesn't even have his blue eyes on him. What's with this security overload?
Time to obliterate them.
Okay, so is there a reason that this duel is being allowed to proceed? If external cheating is going to be allowed, then why doesn't Joey or Tristan just walk over and unplug the whole dueling arena? Why is anybody allowing this and ultimately honoring the outcome?
Yugi! Kaiba?
Okay, why is Kaiba shouting out Yugi? I feel like the writers were just totally clueless on what the character's current motives are. From Kaiba's point of view, what's on the line is his company, and more importantly, his brother's well-being. He currently thinks Mokuba is being held captive in Pegasus' tower. He should be yelling out, Mokuba! Why Kaiba shouts Yugi's name and the two have a spiritual connection has always confused me, and quite literally makes no sense. And it obviously confused the writers too, because this never comes up again.
Stopped.
Did Pegasus stop Kaiba or not? I feel like the writers realized that they did way too much, and rather than going back and changing anything, they said, F it, let's just add a commercial break and we'll come back to this.
This can't be.
It's a trick.
White Dragon is destroyed. The virus was not responsible.
Then how?
I'm glad that everyone in universe is just as confused as I am. Do we ever get an explanation here? Kaiba credits the heart of the cards, and Yugi credits Kaiba. And Pegasus credits Kaiba, or Yugi's shadow magic, so what exactly happened?
It's the heart of the cards. Yugi was right.
Wouldn't it have been a lot cooler if Kaiba actually accepted the heart of the cards here, and then just like kept this going throughout season 2? Yo, computer, can you be a little more useful and alert us that people are breaching Kaiba's secret hideout?
My brother is alive! What's going on? Last time Yugi dueled my brother, he showed Seto the heart of the cards. This faker may have taken his deck, but the real Seto Kaiba's alive and well.
I guess that's all the explaining that these guys needed.
It appears that the real Seto Kaiba has come to his rescue. I must admit that this little development is one twist that even I did not foresee.
You didn't? Well, you were certainly prepared for exactly this.
It allows the mystical elf to transfer her own attack power. This move was inspired by Seto Kaiba. He showed me that you can alter the attack power of a Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Stop it. You showed this to yourself when you spellbinded his ass and lowered the attack by 700. Don't give Kaiba any undeserved credit.
Consider this a message from the real Seto Kaiba. Blue Eyes, obliterate!
If you're trying to give a message from Kaiba, what would have made a lot more sense would have been, attack with white lightning! Instead, you just use your signature obliterate, which is still cool, no doubt about it, but this isn't one of Kaiba's phrases.
Never again! Pegasus, I sense that you're watching.
Yami is so f***ing awesome here. Why do we get so much less of this in season 2?
Coming for you, Pegasus!
The writers took a page out of the old Dragon Ball Z book when trying to demonstrate someone's power level.
You've developed your shadow powers quite a bit in such a short time.
So are his growing shadow powers like Zenkai boosts? Like the more he duels and wins, the stronger he gets? You've basically set yourself up for failure by making him go through a whole tournament before getting to you. You're Frieza and he's Goku. While you're sitting in your castle sipping Chardonnay, he's grinding and getting over-leveled. You brought your own downfall upon yourself, dude.
That creep took Mokuba.
How the f*** are y'all just now noticing? You remember the whole wager, right? Starships and Mokuba's freedom. How did you lose track of him? Also, I have a question. So you bet Mokuba's freedom on the outcome of the duel. Yugi won. So how is Pegasus able to renege on this? Doesn't the duel bind you to the rules? In later duels, when Yugi bets his Millennium item, if he were to lose, is he allowed to say, nah, don't think so? Why is Kimo allowed to renege here? And if reneging is allowed, you've totally eliminated any stakes moving forward.
I can't believe it.
Mokuba?
Yugi says this with like frustrated dad energy. All right, thank you guys so much. That was episode 9 and 10. Please like, share, subscribe, the whole deal, and I'll see you next time. Peace.